One, you're driving along a country road. A horse and rider are ahead of you. You should A. Flash your headlights when passing. B. Drive faster to get past quickly. C. Sound your horn to alert them. D. Drive past slowly and give them plenty of room. The correct answer is D. Drive past slowly and give them plenty of room. If you drive past at a fast speed or give any signals that could scare the horse, it could cause danger. Drive past slowly at increased distance from the horse. On a standard 3-lane motorway, what is the purpose of the right-hand lane? A dot for low-speed cruising on the motorway, B. For overtaking, C. For high-speed cruising on the motorway, D. For use by high-sided vehicles. The correct answer is B. For overtaking. The right-hand lane is used for overtaking vehicles in the central lane. If your vehicle breaks down inside a tunnel, what should you do first? A dot. Wait in your car until the breakdown is reported to the police. B. Get out of your car and flag down some other driver for help. C. Get out of your car and stand behind it to show other drivers that it isn't moving. D. Switch on your hazard lights and call your breakdown company. The correct answer is D. Switch on your hazard lights and call your breakdown company. You must switch on your hazard lights to alert others that your car isn't moving. Then ring your breakdown company to arrange for roadside assistance. You are going to reverse into a side road, but you aren't sure the area is clear. You should A. Get out of the car and check. B. Check only your rearview mirror. C. Assume it is and go anyway. D. Check only your side mirrors. The correct answer is A. Get out of the car and check. If necessary, get out of the car and check to ensure there are no objects that are in your blind spots or that are too small to see with your mirrors. Alternatively, get someone to guide you as you reverse. If you see miniature warning lights, 2 lights aligned vertically, one of which is red, what should you expect ahead? A dot. A level crossing, B. A fire station, C. An airfield, D. A bridge. The correct answer is A. A level crossing. Some crossings with gates or barriers have stop signs and small red and green lights. Don't cross when the red light is on, because this means that a train is approaching. Cross only when the green light is on. You may drive over a footpath if A. You are getting to a property, B. You need to overtake a slow-moving vehicle in front, C. It is at a dip in the curb, D. No pedestrians are using the footpath. The correct answer is A. You are getting to a property. You should only drive over a footpath to gain lawful access to property or in case of an emergency. If you forget to switch off your rear fog lights even after the fog has cleared, it could A. Damage your car's battery, B. Represent a breach of the law, C. Affect the engine's power, D. Make the lights less bright for future use. The correct answer is B. Represent a breach of the law. It could lead to you being pulled over by the police and cautioned, as rear fog lights dazzle other drivers. After a heavy rainfall, the motorway is wet and road spray is affecting visibility and overall driving conditions. You should A. Ensure that your hazard lights have been activated, B. Ensure that your rear fog lights are turned on, C. Ensure that your front fog lights are turned on. D. Ensure that your dipped headlights are on. The correct answer is D. Ensure that your dipped headlights are on. Dipped headlights increase your visibility and are recommended for safe driving in dangerous weather conditions. You're involved in an accident with another vehicle. Someone sustains a neck injury and your vehicle is damaged. What should you find out from the other driver involved? A dot. The driver's name, address, number, and insurance details. B. How long the driver has been driving. C. The driver's history of accidents. D. The driver's occupation. The correct answer is A. The driver's name, address, number, and insurance details. It is necessary to find out the driver's name, number, address, and insurance details to provide to your insurance company. This will allow for further contact with the other driver involved. You must not reverse your vehicle. A. Further than necessary. B. Into side roads. C. In an area with many buildings as well as stationary and moving vehicles. D. For longer than the length of one car. The correct answer is Wasai. A. Further than necessary. Reversing further than is necessary can endanger motorists and pedestrians. When approaching an unmarked crossroads, who has right-of-way? A dot. The driver traveling at the fastest speed. B. The driver traveling in the largest vehicle. C. The driver traveling on the widest road. D. None of the above. The correct answer is D. None of the above. At an unmarked crossroads, you should approach the road with caution and prepare to stop unexpectedly. When traveling on icy roads, how should you drive? A. Dot with the handbrake slightly on. B. With the car in the lowest gear possible. C. With your left foot resting on the brake at all times. D. With the car in the highest gear possible. The correct answer is D. With the car in the highest gear possible. On icy roads, driving slowly in the highest gear reduces the chance of wheel spin. For which vehicles should you allow extra room when you overtake? A. Dot road sweepers. B. Motorcycles. C. Cars. D. Tractors. The correct answer is B. Motorcycles. Bicycles and motorcycles should be given extra room as wind can cause them to drift. You must hold your full EC/EEA driving license for minimum years before supervising a learner driver. A. Dot Ik be eng the Celsius 3D. The correct answer was C. You must have a license for at least 3 years to have sufficient experience with driving. 15. While waiting at a pelican crossing, an elderly person begins to cross the street. When the traffic lights turn to green, the person is only halfway across the road. What should you do? A. Dot. Give the person a wave that signals that he or she should cross as quickly as possible. B. Rev the car's engine so the person crosses the road more quickly. C. Remain stationary until the person has reached a pedestrian footpath. D. Dot flash your headlights so the person is aware that you are waiting. The correct answer is C. Remain stationary until the person has reached a pedestrian footpath. As elderly people are vulnerable road users, you should allow them extra time on all crossings, even if the traffic lights have turned to green. In which of the following situations should you never overtake cyclists? A. Dot. Immediately before making a left turn. B. Where the road narrows. C. On approach to a roundabout. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Stay behind if you are following a cyclist approaching a roundabout or junction and you intend to turn left. Do not overtake where you might come into conflict with other road users, for example where the road narrows or at a level crossing. As you are driving, ahead of you is a bus at a designated stop. You should A. Beep to notify the driver as you pass the bus. B. Brake suddenly behind the bus and wait for it to go. C. Prepare to slow down and give way if the bus suddenly moves. D. Accelerate past the bus. The correct answer is C. Prepare to slow down and give way if the bus suddenly moves. Slowing down and giving way is the best way to ensure that you can keep yourself and those on the bus safe. You are driving down the motorway and planning to turn off at the next junction. Unfortunately, you miss your exit. What should you do? A. Dot reverse in the left-hand lane if no cars are coming. B. Perform a U-turn at the next gap in the central reservation. C. Carry on until you reach the next junction at which you can exit. D. Dot reverse on the hard shoulder back to the exit. The correct answer is C. Carry on until you reach the next junction at which you can exit. You must carry on to the next junction and exit there. After this, go back down the motorway until you reach the desired exit. It is illegal to reverse or do a U-turn on the motorway. If you have to slow down quickly on a motorway because of a hazard, you should A. Beep your horn. B. Wave your arm out the window. C. Switch on your hazard lights. D. Dot flash your headlights. The correct answer is C. Switch on your hazard lights. Putting on your hazard lights is the universal indication of a hazard. This indication will warn other motorists behind you to prepare accordingly. You wish to park in a 40 mph zone with traffic flowing in both directions. At night, you should park A on the right side of the road, with parking lights on. B on the left side of the road without any lights on. C on the right side of the road with dipped headlights on. D on the left side of the road with parking lights on. The correct answer is D on the left side of the road with parking lights on. According to Rules 248 and 249 of the official highway code, if you have to park at night, you must not leave your vehicle facing against the direction of the traffic flow unless it is in a recognized parking space. Your vehicle must display parking lights when parked on a road with a speed limit greater than 30 miles per hour. You want to park facing downhill? You should A. Turn the steering wheel towards the curb and put on the handbrake. B. Park with two wheels up the curb. C. Park as close as possible to the car in front. D. Park with one wheel up the curb. The correct answer is A. Turn the steering wheel towards the curb and put on the handbrake. To prevent your car from rolling when you park downhill, you should put the handbrake on. Turning the steering wheel towards the curb is an additional safeguard. If the car starts to roll, it will roll towards the curb, not out into traffic. Which style of driving will cause risk to all on the road? A. Dot competitive B, cautious C, responsible D, defensive. The correct answer is A, competitive. Competitive driving is dangerous for you and all other drivers since it can make you more erratic on the road. When you are turning left to enter a side road, which hazard should you watch out for the most? A dot, vehicles parked on either side B. Pedestrians, C, congested traffic. D, if the side road has a one-way system, the correct answer is B, pedestrians. Pedestrians are an important hazard because they can obstruct the road and cause danger unexpectedly. You are towing a trailer on the motorway. What is the maximum speed at which you can travel? A dot. 40 miles per hour. B, 70 miles per hour. C, 30 miles per hour. D, 60 miles per hour. The correct answer is D, 60 miles per hour. When towing a trailer on the motorway, the maximum speed limit is 60 miles per hour. While driving on a busy main road, you realize that you are traveling against the oncoming flow of traffic. You should A, perform a three-point turn while in the main road. B, pull into a side road, then reverse back into the main road in the right direction. C, perform a U-turn while in the main road. D, pull into a side road, then turn around. The correct answer is D, pull into a side road, then turn around. Turning the correct way in a side road allows you to travel in the right direction without interrupting traffic and increasing the chances of an accident. You see a pedestrian with a red and white stick. That tells you that this pedestrian A is blind and deaf. B is deaf. C is blind. D has epilepsy. The correct answer is A is blind and deaf. The red and white stick tells you that this pedestrian is blind and deaf and cannot see or hear a car approaching. So you should be more cautious. While you're traveling within the legal speed limit, another motorist attempts to overtake your car. Should you stop the motorist from doing this? A dot. No, not under any circumstances. B. Yes, if this driver is making you feel uncomfortable. C. Yes, since the driver has the potential to harm you, your passengers, and other drivers. D. No, unless you're in a safe position to prevent the driver properly. The correct answer is A. No, not under any circumstances. Preventing a driver from overtaking has the potential to cause more accidents and endanger lives. You approach a roundabout and see a pedestrian getting ready to cross. Who must give way? A dot. UB, the pedestrian. C. No one D. Whoever was there last. The correct answer is A. You always give way to pedestrians waiting to cross. Rule 187, Highway Code. When driving through a flooded area, what should you do? A dot. Test the function of your brakes at the earliest safe opportunity. B. Check your exhaust. C. Stop the vehicle and dry your brakes. D. Dot. Stop the vehicle and check your tires. The correct answer is A. Test the function of your brakes at the earliest safe opportunity. When you drive through a flooded area, your brakes may become less effective. Test them when it is safe to do so. If they are not fully effective, dry them out by applying light pressure to the brake pedal while driving slowly. If you have a collision, which of the following will reduce the risk of neck injury? A collapsible steering wheel. B, holding your neck upright. C, having no seatbelt on. D, a properly adjusted head restraint. The correct answer is D, a properly adjusted head restraint. The headrest must be adjusted properly to provide support. The other choices will make no difference or even increase the risk. What should the left-hand lane of a motorway be used for? A. Normal driving. B, vehicles traveling at the minimum speed limit. C, overtaking traffic in the middle lane. D, breakdowns only. The correct answer is A, normal driving. The left-hand lane is just for normal driving. It is the lane in which people join the motorway, and it should be used by all drivers unless they are overtaking. You are one of the first to help a motorcyclist injured in a traffic accident. Do not remove the person's helmet unless A, the motorcyclist seems to be feeling well. B, it is at the motorcyclist's request. C, it is essential. D, other drivers tell you to do so. The correct answer is C, it is essential. You should remove a helmet only if it is absolutely essential, or on the advice of a trained medical professional. You are driving behind a large goods vehicle. It signals right but starts to move left. You should A, carry on and keep to the right. B, slow down and let it turn. C, overtake it to avoid a collision. D, accelerate and sound your horn. The correct answer is B, slow down and let it turn. A large vehicle may need to move to the left before turning right to avoid cutting off an object on its right. You should allow it the room it needs to complete the maneuver. 34, excessive or uneven tire wear can be caused by faults in the A, suspension. B, gearbox. C, exhaust system. D, cooling system. The correct answer is A, suspension. The suspension system is responsible for protecting and supporting the car. A faulty or loose part can result in tire damage. The suspension system should be checked periodically. While driving behind a vehicle on a road that is slippery and wet, how large a gap should you leave between that vehicle and yours? A. 1 second. B, 2 seconds. C, 3 seconds. D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is D, 4 seconds. In wet and slippery conditions, you should increase the usual 2-second distance to 4 seconds. While you are traveling within the legal speed limit, the motorist behind you flashes his or her headlights. What should you do? A. Keep traveling at your chosen speed. The driver will overtake after judging it safe to do so. B. Wave your hand out the window. C. Brake sharply so the driver sees your brake lights. D. Accelerate to leave a gap between you and the vehicle behind. The correct answer is A. Keep traveling at your chosen speed. The driver will overtake after judging it safe to do so. It is best to allow the vehicle to overtake you. Someone has injured his or her arm in an accident. The person can move it, but it is bleeding. Why should you instruct the person to keep the arm upright? A. Dot. It will help reduce the bleeding. B. It will stop the pain. C. It will keep it out of your way. D. Dot. It will be easier for the ambulance to see the person. The correct answer is A. It will help reduce the bleeding. If you keep your bleeding arm upright, it will lessen blood flow to the arm and thus reduce the bleeding until the injury can be treated by a medic. If you are involved in an accident and someone is unconscious, your highest priority will be to A. Check the person's airways and breathing and stop any heavy bleeding. B. Take names and details of all those involved. C. Carry on moving. D. Sweep up any broken glass or debris that is near the person. A. Check the person's airways and breathing and stop any heavy bleeding. You should check the unconscious person's airways and breathing and stem any heavy bleeding. If you have been disqualified from driving in addition to serving your sentence, what must you do to get a driving license again? A. Dot. Resit all tests after the period of disqualification has concluded, applying for a duplicate driving license. B. Resit all tests after the period of disqualification has concluded, applying as a new driver. C. Resit all driving tests and examinations of behavior and skill at a time that suits you. D. Pay all remaining fines, apply for a new license, and resit your test at any time during the disqualification period. B. Resit all tests after the period of disqualification has concluded, applying as a new driver. In addition to passing all tests, you need to apply as a new driver once the disqualification period has ended. You are involved in a collision while you're driving. What is the first thing you must do? A. Dot. Carry on driving. B. Call your insurance company. C. Dot. Call someone you know to ask for advice. D. Dot. Stop at the scene of the accident. The correct answer is DVSA. D. Stop at the scene of the accident. Failing to stop after an accident is punishable by a maximum of 6 months imprisonment, a £5,000 fine, 5 to 10 penalty points on your driving record, and discretionary disqualification. You're driving in strong winds and wish to overtake a motorcyclist. What should you do? A. Dot. Overtake the motorcyclist as wide as possible. B. Stay close to the motorcyclist while overtaking. C. Pass with speed to ensure that you complete the overtake quickly. D. Dot. Pass as soon as you can. The correct answer is A. Overtake the motorcyclist as wide as possible. Passing wide will prevent a collision in the event that the motorcyclist is affected by the strong winds. You are waiting behind a cyclist at a traffic light. When it changes, you should A. Beep your horn and drive through before the cyclist can. B. Allow the cyclist time and room to move. C. Try to move before the cyclist does. D. Drive as near to the cyclist as possible to ensure you get through. The correct answer is B. Allow the cyclist time and room to move. You should always allow a cyclist the time and space to move first. While driving in foggy conditions, you should stay well behind the vehicle in front of you. A. In case the vehicle's fog lights startle you. B. In case the vehicle's brake lights startle you. C. In case the vehicle stops abruptly. D, in case the vehicle changes direction at short notice. The correct answer is C, in case the vehicle stops abruptly. The further you are behind a vehicle that may have to stop abruptly in low visibility, the better chance you have of braking without injury. While at a mini roundabout, you need to A, come to a halt even when there is no traffic. B, give way to oncoming traffic ahead of you. C, give way to oncoming traffic on your left. D, give way to oncoming traffic on your right. The correct answer is D, give way to oncoming traffic on your right. The law states that it is necessary for all drivers to give way to the right when at roundabouts or mini roundabouts. You're going down a steep hill. To help control the vehicle, you should A, select a high gear and apply the brakes firmly. B, select a low gear and apply the brakes carefully. C, drive closest to the car in front of you. D, accelerate to get down the hill as quickly as possible. The correct answer is B, select a low gear and apply the brakes carefully. When you release the accelerator, gas pedal, and the throttle closes, the engine can help slow the car. This is known as engine braking. Select a low gear, even with an automatic gearbox, for increased engine braking effect. This effect allows you to use the brakes less often. A police officer flashes headlights at you and points left. What should you do? A dot brake immediately. B, turn left at the next side road. C, pull over to the left. D, dot turn left at the next roundabout. The correct answer is C, pull over to the left. You should pull over to the left as soon as it is safe to do so. The police officer is asking you to do this so the officer can communicate with you properly. What is the national speed limit for the outside lane of a motorway? A dot 80 miles per hour. B, 60 miles per hour. C, 70 miles per hour. D, 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. 70 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour is the maximum speed limit on all lanes on the motorway. Your handheld phone rings while you are driving your vehicle. When is it appropriate for you to accept the call? A dot. While traveling on rural roads which don't have much traffic. B. If you are confident that your ability to drive will not be compromised by the distraction. C. While on dual carriages and motorways. D. Once you have stopped in a legally permitted place, the correct answer is D. Once you have stopped in a legally permitted place, unless you are using a hands-free device, you can use a mobile phone only after pulling over in a legal and safe place. The first MOT certificate will need to be acquired after the purchase of a new car. A, 4 years, B, 3 years, C, a year, D, 2 years. The correct answer is B, 3 years. The correct answer is 3 years. In accordance with the guidelines for all UK vehicles except ambulances, taxis, and vehicles with more than 8 passenger seats, for which the requirement is 1 year. 50A roof rack fitted to your car will cause A, your fuel consumption to increase, B, your fuel consumption to decrease, C, your speed to increase, D, less chance of an accident. The correct answer is A, your fuel consumption to increase. A roof rack mounted on the exterior of the car will add to aerodynamic drag, popularly called air resistance or wind resistance. Overcoming drag requires additional energy, which requires more fuel.